Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about word problems and using elimination. We've got easy ones, we got hard ones. Let's jump right into it because this is pretty lengthy. Alright, so the first problem that we have is 3x minus 2y equals 1, 2x plus 2y equals 14. And what we can do is, if you notice that the y's are both, they have different signs. And so what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the y's, okay, because they have the same number in front of the coefficient and they're opposite signs. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to just make this a big addition problem, and you'll see what happens. So we're going to add the 3x and the 2x, and that equals 5x. 2y and negative 2y, they cancel out, and 1 and 14 is 15. Divide by 5 on both sides, and x is 3. Now, we have half of our problem done. So what we need to do is we need to come back, and we need to solve for y. And what we do is we take the x and we plug it into the top equation, and we're going to solve for y now. Subtract my 9, subtract my 9. I get negative 2y equal negative 8. Negative 2 goes into negative 8 4 times. And there is my y. Now, I must put this in an ordered pair. So my solution is 3, 4. There's my solution. Ba-bam. First one down. Second one, we want to eliminate the y's again. They're different signs, so I'm just going to add. And that gives me 3x. This is 0. I'm not going to write it because it just sort of gets in the way. I divide by 3. And I get x to be 2. Now, if x is 2, I can plug it into the top equation. And I can solve for y. Subtract my 2, subtract my 2. 3y equals 12. I divide by 3, and y equals 4. Now, I must make this an ordered pair. So let's make it an ordered pair. X is 2, and y is negative 4. There's my solution. If I went too fast, you can always go back and review it again. You can also look at the written notes. The written notes have a little bit more detail on elimination and some things that we have. You can also come in the mornings. All right, so the first two we're talking about addition. Well, we're going to eliminate the y's again, but look at their signs, and let's highlight it. We're going to highlight it. Look at their signs. Whoa, you can't see it. Oh, let's make this. Let's do this. All right, so look at their signs. See how they're the same? What's going to help us is if we, instead of adding them, because they're not going to go away if we just add them, what's the thing that could eliminate them? Well, we could subtract. Now, here's the thing. Whoa. We're not going to use that big old monster. We can subtract the bottom from the top. So everything on the bottom, what it's really saying is it's saying 2x minus 3x. This is saying 2y minus 2y. 4 minus 7. So what's happening is this is going to be a negative 1x. These cancel out. I get negative 3. I divide by negative 1. and x is 3. Now once I've found 3, I can go back and I can find y. I'm going to plug it in, just like I've done in the last two, into the top equation. So I'm going to go 2 times 3 plus 2y equals 4. 6 plus 2y equals 4. Subtract 6, subtract 6. 2y equals negative 2. Y must be negative 1. If I divide, I write my solution, 3, comma, negative 1. That's the solution to the system. All right. Now this one is a little different. Do we want to get rid of the x's or the y's? And that's your choice, but I could, well, I'm sort of, we can see that the 4 and the 2 have different signs. Well, what do you have to do to 2 to get 4? You got to multiply it by 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom and multiply it by 2. And then we're going to rewrite. The top stays exactly the same. The only thing changing is the bottom, and we're multiplying it by 2. Now, what do we see now? Well, I see that the 4, or the y's, have different signs. And so what we can do is we can just add it up. The y's cancel out. Left with 10. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is 2. So there's x. Plug that into my top equation. 3 times 2 plus 4y equals 26. That's 6 plus 4y equals 26. Subtract 6, subtract 6. 4y equals 20. Y has to be 5. My solution is 2, 5. It's golden. I'm going to eliminate this problem. Don't do it. All right, word problems. These are one of my favorites. Okay, variable number 1 is a number. And it doesn't matter what we call it, but I like to call it A. Variable 2 is going to be a number. And it's going to be letter B. Okay? First equation, a number is 12 less than another number, so A is, it's going to be less than B, so I'm going to take away the 12. And then my equation 2 is their sum is 170. Well, I can see that I have A solved for here. So what we can do is now we can use substitution to solve for this. So everywhere I see an A, it becomes B minus 12. So over here I'm gonna put this in. B minus 12 plus B equals 170. I'm going to add the like term, so I get 2B minus 12 equals 170. Add 12. I get 182, and 2b equals, I think b equals 91. b equals 91, so b equals 91. Well, if b equals 91, what does a have to equal? I'm going to take 12 away from 91, and that would be 79. It's a little quick, but the process is there. The main thing is setting up the equations. All right, last one. Coach O'Neill has 12 more boys than girls in his algebra class. Together he has 88 boys and girls in his classes. So that means I have boys and I have girls. Together, I have boys and girls. They add up to be 88. Now, Coach has 12 more boys than girls. So the boys are the girls plus 12. Okay, once again, we're going to use substitution. And we get, instead of a b, we're going to put g plus 12. That's plus g equals 88. So we're solving for the girls here. Subtract the 12. And that equals a 6 and a 7. So the girls, there's two sets of girls. I divide by 2. So girls equals 38. If the girls equal 38, I add 12 to 38 to get the boys. So the boys are 50. The girls are 38. There's my solution. If you're having difficulty with this, replay this. If you're having difficulty with this, come see me. If you can't see the video, well, I can't tell you to come see me. But you can always come in the morning. I'm always open. Tutorials are always there, and I will see you in class.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.